So this is what we are going to talk about today. Few slides to introduce Garnica. I promise not to talk about too much, about Garnica. A little bit of the portfolio with a special focus in the products that are more used in the construction sector. And one key element is, of course, the product we call Garnica brick or G brick, as it is today, and why we are in this kind of initiative is because we want to move from the G brick today we want to move it to the G brick of tomorrow, changing the core material we're using today for one product that is more sustainable. So this is Garnica. What is it today with 7 factories? We are traditionally focused on poplar, and this is why the mills are located where they are, because poplar grows in that region. We have 7 factories, more than 1,300 people, employees, the revenue over 350. We're selling over 45 countries with in more than 600 customers. We use wood from sustainable local plantations. Poplar is the biggest one, a great ally against climate change. We are promoting the circular economy and also promoting the rural employment, because it's where the trees are growing, of course. So these are the main species: poplar, the first one; secondly, the pine, radiata pine, that grows in the north of Spain, with our factory Maderas de Llodio, that is part of Garnica since 2018. And finally, Eucalyptus globulus, which is a very dense and very strong wood. And by doing the combination of these 3 woods, we can achieve a specific products for the specific uses. If we want light panel, we will go to poplar. If we want something more dense, we go to globulus or pine, or a combination between these. And we also, and our customers see us as leader in innovation. We launch a lot of new products every year, and we are very close to them and to the market, and this is what we are talking today. One of those is what we call DuraPly or durable, which is a plywood which is treated against fungi and insects, and is used in outdoor application. If it is done of poplar, but yes, durable for exterior application. The other one is the fire rated, and BS1, the 0, and actually we are combining these 2. So a product that is at the same time or simultaneously fire rated and resistant against fungi and insects. And the G-Brick is the product that we launched something like 10 years ago. It's a product that is combines plywood skins with XPS core, so it's a very efficient way to build, because it's very light, it's very stable, and you are doing 4 things at the same time. You are closing, you are creating the structure, you are doing the insulation, and you are doing the decoration, because the G-Brick is already decorative with UV lacquer, veneer, or HPL or something decorative. And the good point of this building system is that it's very versatile, and any project can be translated or adapted to the G-Brick philosophy. You can see some examples, real examples here of different projects. Not only variability of projects in different areas and climate areas, from especially Spain and France, and even in a ski area, as you can see, it was also used. So the good point of this building system is that, as I said, it can be, for example, transported in 2 dimensions, and one person can easily take by his own hands and manipulate. So you can build a family house like this. It was a passive house built 3 or 4 years ago. You can also make singular projects like this one in the Barderas Reales, or you can do refurbishment, or you can make tiny houses, which is today the market that the main market for us in this case. Still the others are growing, but this is today our biggest market. Another possibility is that the G-Bricks arrives to a factory that ensemble and put it together and build complete walls that are, with the help of a crane, transported, but still with 2 dimensions. So these elements can be like in this case, finished on site, or can incorporate already plasterboard or even the primary electricity, windows, etc., etc. And but there's more possibilities. You can implement extra job in the factory and then transport modules in units, pre-assembled units in 3 dimensions. So that always depends how close is the factory to the where the building is going to be built. But depending on that, it is more interesting one system or another. But the good point is that the product is you can use it for wherever the idea you have in your mind. Okay, so you have some examples here of this pre-assembled. And of course, you can, if it is not too big, let's say, you can finish completely on site and then do the final transportation in 3D. I have also some examples here. But of course, we want wood, and this is why we have been working for some years now. And first prototypes are being built and tested. Here you can see with wood fiber insulation, and we are having good results. Still some points that must be improved, of course. This is an R&D ongoing project. And this is why BASAJAUN is very important for us. These are the elements that are being produced for the project and tested in TECNALIA. In this case, the G-Brick incorporates ribs. You can see it here to achieve the mechanical properties. The mechanical property of the isolation we are using for this project is not, let's say, strong enough, and this is why we need, especially for these thicknesses, we need these ribs. But going further and deeper in this idea, we can produce, let's say like the little brother. Instead of producing 1.2 meters wide panels, we can go to just 600 millimeters, still 2.5 length or 3.1 length, with the idea that the G-Brick is, you can manipulate and transport and work with it by your own hands. This is something that our customers say is very important for them. And then in this case, this is also we are testing now with 40 millimeters wood fiber and 10 millimeter plywood skins. And then we can build with the same philosophy. There's a short video here. I hope you can see it. So this is the good point of the product, and the system is light, but it's still very strong. And you can build very fast and you know, like a Lego, like everyone says. And yeah, and it's very easy. The good point of this is that you don't need, let's say, depending on the project, you don't need extra help as sorry. So you don't need crane and these kind of things. So the point here, and this is where we are today, the ongoing initiatives and next steps. Our aim, our goal, we are focused in increasing the circularity. So transform our byproducts into rigid thermal insulation material. We are studying the tannins of the bark of the pine to produce a natural foam. We are also transform byproducts that are coming from our sanding lines, etc., to produce this kind of material, or even the bark of the poplar can be very interesting. We are also opening a project with that. So there is a lot of potentialities with our byproducts, our own byproducts. Then, of course, we have to characterize these new products and select what the pros and cons of every material. Also very important, and I'm happy to hear your ideas, because the good point of construction is also to make everything easier. Easier means faster, and faster means more competitive. And the connection systems that we use today, I'm sure that we can be improved. And finally, before the launching and commercialization, we have to analyze the market, what the advantages and hand manual versus crane, and pros and cons versus other construction systems, and what the final applications will be. Internal partitions in the case of this 60 millimeters final sandwich, or it's going to be always more tiny houses than family houses, maybe the family houses with the ribs, or with the thinner wood fiber, but in that case we need extra insulation material. So there is a lot of job to be done in that case, in both areas, technical R&D and market analysis. Okay, and this, I'm pretty sure that you know the project in what BASAJAUN consists, and some pictures, etc. So thank you. That's all from my side.